queen c2, bishop takes with the c2, rook takes, and now a new threat has actually appeared. There's a pin coming up.
Yes, how do we call that? Normally they say always the rooks should always challenge the heavy pieces,
Yes.
X-ray the heavy pieces.
Yeah.
So if it's a queen or a king, rook,
The rook would
rook,
be there.
rook c8.
That is win.
That's the square for it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of this cover tactics if white plays carry.
Yeah. So now we have rook e to e1, just keeping the knight and the rook developed, right?
I think here black gets gets in pawn a4 to a3.
One effort to f3. Hmm.
Pawn a4 to a3 is an idea
I think
because black has heavy firepower on the queen side, and white's queen is stationed over there.
and
We already have rook c8, so we could see some. So it's I think it's best for black to totally open up the queen side, and they can achieve that after a.
yeah, true. True. Very true. Right now, the tension that the pawn b4 brings is actually tremendous due to the fact that there's a rook coming in, there's a pawn eyeing down a pawn, and now even threats of actually pushing. So black continued with bishop b6.
I think bishop d6 was a good move. I think no, black has no pin. Black has no problem. Black has to push for eight and open up, blow open the queen. Oh, because of the pin. Oh, the pin. Because we have rook what?
Rook c8. That actually helps the move knight being.
I was actually looking at queen c2 and rook c1. That
I think the plan they're trying to do is let's say if this is played right,
yes.
now there's an option of taking out that knight, or even better is take here, and in case of a move like this, and we have knight coming in, it's the fact that we get a full queen.
So you have to play queen b1.
Yes. Now we take. I think you're thinking where it's going now, right? Yes. And now here you can leave this here in case.
The a2 pawn is also under attack.
And now you have this to attack.
So there is also the a2 pawn.
And the issue is actually white has quite the right move to play. So as you may see now, white has started backtracking.
Yes, white is solid, but it's important for them to get their queen out of that. Very, very dangerous.
Now, now they're going to wait for.
Is this the current position?
No, no, not really. Now, rook c7 is actually played after the queen backtracking. So in chess, we have this thing whereby if you backtrack your pieces, most of the times you end up having issues. Because the more you backtrack, the more the pieces get undeveloped. So better was always just take and have an open fire for the rook. And in case of knight captures, you can actually play
queen b1.
Yes.
Or queen c.
Let me take it. Okay.
I think queen b1 because if you play queen b3,
They can push the pawn.
they can push the pawn with a4.
And the queen is forced to this upward square.
Yes.
So they check. We have
queen b1.
queen b1. This is some awkward queen position. So to prevent all that, but right now, checking will now be right.
Yes.
So as we see it, white has now maneuvered the queen the other way. So even here was okay. So queen e1, e2 is played. And we now have rook a to c8, piling up. Now we actually have a rook battery that's coming down, right?
Yeah. However, I feel like so this signal, that move signals the pawn capture on C3. Yeah. But again, white can refuse to open up the file
Yeah.
by playing the move bishop takes.
Wait.
Okay? Because now black strokes are extremely strong. Black, yes, black has formed what is this called?
Battery.
Strong battery along the c5.
Yeah.
Okay, but I still think black strategy should be to force the best way to force open this file is to push a4 to a3,
Hmm.
which forces white to capture.
No communication.
Yeah, we can actually have a look at it. For example, so that I've played this. So if white continues, let's say white plays some of like this, black can actually play it. Okay, and now white is forced to either capture and open the file, or if they insist and they can't do it, let's say they make some maneuver like knight d4, white black can actually play it. And now clearly you can see that the file is being forced open. If you capture here, they can recapture. Or for example, if you capture here, they have to either capture here or to capture. Okay, and I don't even know which one is stronger. But I think capture here is stronger because these pawns are going nowhere. You'll be forced to capture with rook so that it keeps protecting this. But now after knight takes, you get an isolated pawn.
And the rook is hanging.
Yes, the rook is even hanging. Huh. You can see the outcome here. So for this reason, I would like to see black get those queen side pawns rolling with a4. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what did they play.
Um, Wait, one had just captured.
Okay, so black captured. They didn't go for our plan. Now white has to capture with bishop. White can't capture with rook because the pawn on b2 is hanging. White can't capture in b2 because the pawn. White can't capture with rook because Yeah, we've gone for a short break. Yeah, but
Mm. But, now we have reached the meter zone. After the pawn took on B takes to C3. Now there are two options to put the back. Option one allows the queen to actually take control of the file. You can kiss it. But in the end of all this, the black will play the thing. But this pawn is isolated. Now with the two rooks already here, you wouldn't want.
yeah, which one?
Yeah. Now the knight end up coming into the game and having a nice outpost. So in anticipation of this, the second capture, which is the bishop takes, is advised.
The most viable because rook takes drops a pawn.
Yes, we'll show it. Rook takes, the queen just grabs a pawn and smiles. Yeah.
Yeah.
And after, I think if it was let's say after this now, white
Knight
can actually
takes
fall
with
into
tempo.
this,
Yeah.
and now you're forced to actually lose another piece.
This also loses another piece.
But takes like you don't want to take the queen. The reason is it's protected, right?
Yes.
So you take the bishop.
And black has a simple winning
Strategy. Just win. Yeah. So go back to the game. After b takes, bishop takes, knight takes. Now there's another option actually to damage the rook. There is the pawn takes. This other knight is so it would actually go this. So after this takes, they will take out knight. The reason being, it's one of the pieces that are stopping the what?
yeah.
The challenging of that
Follow up with e4.
means. Now, after this, they can capture and they have a strong pawn chain. They can't actually restore. Yeah. After move like this, now when they take, and now
Rook c4.
rook c4. Yeah. C4. And then with threats of actually playing this. Generally, it's all nice, but I think move that would be annoying would actually be this.
And b2.
Yeah, because they can't effectively.
Because rook c2 is answered with rook times c3, dropping a pawn immediately.
Mm.
Because if you take now the queen, they also take your queen, but they remain a pawn up, and at the same time they are hitting the d4 pawn.
Yes.
Queen b2 invests. Yeah, so I think
The capture was actually very right. So bishop captures, and now queen to b4, trying to eye down the. I think better was to actually just take the. Wait.
you couldn't take because you're not taking with the check.
Oh yeah, you couldn't take. Yeah. Very true. Now the queen is under attack, so in a way the bishop actually saves the move. Take, take, and mate. Now and threatening mate to actually win another piece. So knight comes back and you end up losing two rooks. But since the queen is here unprotected, okay, this is bad. So rook takes, and now we have creating a double pawn for black side. Now the rook is coming in, create more pain. You say no pain, no gain. Yeah, yeah, that's what's happening. So the latest move at the moment is actually rook d1, and yeah, we are anticipating the plan of the rook is actually to come to the fourth rank and go to challenge them.
So, Martin, despite black having this double pawn on f6,
Yes.
do you think there is any way white can capitalize on that?
On ways to capitalize on this. Oh,
So some captures in split second.
Wow. So it has been decided we go to an end game. And both things actually now have escape squares. And black has, so I think I'm from the pick side,
Mm.
we go with black. The reason of this is actually the simplest reason. The mobility of black pieces is actually more.
Mm.
Right? And black can actually restrict white's moves. So this endgame is fair. And I would say the capture of the knight is actually a good move,
Yes.
only because it actually cuts out the one piece that would have hopped into
Yeah.
the good squares in position.
Yeah. I remember they said you don't want the best combination of pieces that gives checkmate is the queen and the knight.
Yes.
So because
That's hoping.
black has that double pawn, that the king's shelter is a little ruined. Yeah, I think it was important for black to get rid of that knight. Yeah, and now black is challenging the queen
Yes.
for the file, and I think white has to accept it by force because if they reject it, the pawn on a2 is falling, and you don't want to lose a pawn in such endings.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think we get to see.
Oh,
White has
counterattack.
white is counterattacking the f6 pawn.
So it's a take. Mm.
White is
Take my
counterattacking the f6. Okay.
fair enough.
Yeah, but again, I mean, black can actually play f5.
Yeah.
After f5, I don't see how white.
I think white will end up playing a3.
f5, f3. The problem with that approach is black can actually play queen c2. Queen c2 hitting the b2 pawn, and I don't see how you're protecting it. That's the problem.
Ooh.
Oh,
Anticipate.
so white is not giving you time to capture the f6 pawn because the rook would be hanging. Yeah, I would like to see how white intends to defend that pawn because it's important not to lose that pawn.
This feeling that they'll end up playing a rook here, and then the pawn is pushed.
I think f5 will be played.
Yeah.
After f5, white is in trouble, losing, if not both, at least one of their queenside pawns.
Yeah.
On b2 or on a2.
Very true.
I also fancy. I also would go with black here.
This like in
Yeah, and I like her strategy. She has not
simple
tried to win straight out
from the start.
like through the opening.
Yes.
You know,
There's been more defending in this game.
because our opponent has proved not just once that she's a resilient and strong fighter. She normally she has been coming out of losing position with actually win.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think it's important to realize that maybe Benin now knows that fact
Yeah.
and is playing more cautiously.
Very true.
Yeah, and here black stands slightly better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if the queens come off,
Where?
black black is the only one who can win this game because mind you, another thing to realize is that black can force cut center forward.
Yeah.
Okay,
Very true.
with ideas of assuming the queens come off the board, black can play f e5 and d4. Of course, after the king marches over to support in the
As
center.
expected. Now F5 all captures. Which one will it be?
So rook d4 has been played.
Wait, I'm saying something. So if captured, right? This capture is actually valid. Oh.
Yes.
And after that, they actually have that trick of
Yes, that's why f5 is the only move for black now.
yes.
Control f5 controls the g4 square.
Yes. And
Black I wouldn't think of doing anything here. As they say, safety first. That pawn is not going anywhere.
Get checkmated if you think.
So now you just black has to first take care of that king side with f5. After f5, I think black is in the driving seat.
Yes. I have a feeling that is
And that rook can always be challenged with rook d4.
very true. Now white actually has to find ways to lose this because they might lose their 2 points.
Yeah. Yeah. So given how I mean it's 5.5, 1.5. That's the current score. 5.5 for Patricia and 1.5 for Peninah. Yes, Martin. What do you think this? What do you think is going through the mind? Oh, she's played f5. F5 was the only move, as we told you. It's proper. It does two things. It controls the g4 square. It stops any checks by the rook and the queen, and it also protects the pawn. So such a move is such a move that does two things at the same time is always a strong move.
Very true.
Okay, now I've just seen that. Oh,
There's this plan actually.
queen h5, rook h5. Yeah, you win back the pawn, but you're going to lose both your queen side pawns. Yeah, so let's look at it. Let's look at it briefly. So assuming white plays this, black can actually take this pawn, and after this is played, we can actually defend with queen d7, and we look at you, okay? Or if black chooses to be ambitious, they can actually play queen takes, okay? Because after this, we are not getting checkmated, okay? But our stronghold is this pawn on a5. There is no way you can stop me from matching it. Yeah, it can always be supported with a rook behind, and the queen is constantly watching it. So black has to decide here: should I live dangerously, sorry, or should I first gallop upon and protect it?
Yeah, right.
Because after this, we can actually go back. Okay, and now the rook will now come and finish up the job of taking care of it. There is there is f4. Okay, there's always f4 in that, yeah. But f4 can be answered by rook c4. Okay, and if you take, black is winning this. Black is winning this because black has now two fast pawns against a weak pawn. So they can actually match their king over the queen side. There is if because white can get some perpetual if we try to use our queen to do that. Oh, but then again, you can actually, for example, well, let's say white makes a move like this. Black can actually. Check. Ah, this loses it. Check, and then this is winning.
No count.
Because I was thinking, assuming white can actually defend. Let's say white plays queen here. Black can actually begin with queen b2, and there is no way you're stopping this plan. All right. Is it at this point or earlier? At this earlier? Yeah. So in the favor of white or black?
In the favor of black.
Okay. Okay. Check.
No, so not this one. So now the thing is, when they play a move like, because there's a move like this,
Oh yes.
it also falls to the same trick.
That one falls for the same trick of
Yes.
check and you take the pawn.
So now, if they play back here, trying to win this one, Now for us, we actually have the move, but this in the end will end up in a what? A draw due to
Oh,
yes.
there is a perpetual.
Yes. So we are forced to play the move.
Queen f6.
Yes. Try and take control of this square.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And if we are to play here, we push.
We now push.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is actually better.
Yes.
Okay. Back to the game. So Queen f4 was played. Now the first pawn is going to draw.
Father,
Ah,
you gave a check.
she has a perpetual.
King moved up.
She has a perpetual.
Oh, so if you take the pawn,
No, you
what?
put it down. Perpetual.
Yeah. So she has missed that white has this perpetual with let's have a look at it. Oh, the reason she went for this is because queen here was hitting the rook. Okay? So she decided to give this check so that the rook goes there with tempo. Okay, so after king here, but now it's what it's whose turn is it?
White.
Oh, white had already moved their king out.
Yeah.
So after so she played queen f4, okay, preventing you from capturing the pawn because the rook would be
Okay.
hanging.
So take again. So I think that take. Look.
So don't we have this move?
Okay.
It still has the puppet.
Yeah. So,
Oh, we just moved the rook.
yes, that's the move.
I'm thinking we just play the rook back because you can't stop me from taking this pawn. Yeah, I think she missed this idea. Okay, let's see. Let's see what she wants. Yeah, so she gave the queen check first. Rook. Okay, so yeah, she still gets, but now there is a perpetual with a queen check. So white can forcefully draw the game. There is no way to stop this. She has gone for it. So I think we should get to see an early draw here. If white doesn't go for this, they 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 they, they get into trouble. And I think they are going for this because they can't stop black from going the pawn up. The pawn on b2 is getting low. There is no way to save it. Yeah, so if they draw this game, this would give woman CM a win with a margin of 4 games. It would end 6-2 in favor of Patricia. Okay, that is that is that is a statement win. Yeah. A statement win. Yeah.
So yes. So what had not to be done to prevent us from actually reaching this draw? One, the first point was when f5 was pushed. Now, when they played the queen to f4, that actually go back.
Just start to play rook c8. Yeah.
Or even after, there is a sneaky move. Wait, wait. So after the move f4, f6. Now, the move they have to play is actually this. And now, you're okay.
Yeah. Yeah. After rook f7, everything is defended.
Yes.
Everything is
And
the rook h4 idea doesn't even work.
yeah. And now maybe let's say you are trying to get this. But I'm like it stops the whole plan.
Yeah. But I think yeah, white would be happy with the exchange of queens.
Mm, I suppose.
Because after the queens come off, I think white can defend their pawns.
Mm, let's see about that. Six, six,
White can play.
come back.
Not really. I think more active is rook a4.
Rook F4.
Rook a4 is a more active approach.
Okay. And after this, I think we have plans like,
A3 and b4.
yeah. So anyway, the game has ended a draw, and wow.
Yeah, so it ends 6-2 in favor of the woman candidate master,
Yeah.
Patricia Kawuma. Yeah.
And it has been all around beautiful chess. And thank you for watching. And yeah, more will be in store. And tomorrow there is a very nice tournament for the women, Great Women's Day. Uh,
It's been a ladies' week, yeah?
yeah,
It's been a ladies' week.
yeah, truly. So to all women working hard out there, uh, great.
Thank you for tuning
I wish to tell everyone, don't get derailed by such utterances. Sometimes they happen from people possibly on selfish interests, but we have to stand strong as a chess community. And as I said, personally, I hold no grudge. But as I said, as a leader, I would not allow us to derail. So I'll have to take firm actions to make sure that we as chess community will remain together, will remain firm. I still remain for unity, for forgiveness, and for working together as a team. We need everyone's support. Please support us, and we take this chess community from where we have found it to a much, much better level. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. And therefore, at this juncture, I would like to invite our dear President, Mr. Andrew Bakiza of the Ghana Chess Federation. Thank you. You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, chess players, arbiters, and the chess community. Good evening. As I've said, I'm Andrew Bakiza. I'm the new chess president. And here we have started, I think this is one of my first tournament to be invited. I feel honored. Thank you for inviting me. We have started the journey. The journey literally started today because we respected our constitution to say total handover should be done, which was supposed to be in 1 month, which elapsed yesterday. So right now the journey has started. So I know some people were saying, oh, we are not seeing you, we are not feeling you. Yes, you are going to see us, you are going to feel us. And we have so many activities scheduled. And starting from now, we are going to see what everything will be done.
This was what I'm saying. So can say about the rest. So how you say about the truth? How was the games?
Actually, the games were very hard. They are very complicated. Since we all had chances in most cases, someone been in some position that they should win to the end of the game.
Okay. You know,
I find the game very interesting because both of us we have our best fight. Yeah.
so I'm going to review some of the games. Is that okay? So this is the round 7 game. So I think you give us some names and what right? So set for hit 4, 6, then you have hit 4. Okay. So I think I played this like 8 times. Yeah.
The second game of Karokan, when yes, which was
No. Only the friend. I think perfectly friend. Then there was a similarity. There was a lot. And the thing is, because I remember the Caribbean has the advantage in that thing. But the French have the towns and we are big in Spain. So as well can this game higher. Now in this street, or when the figure and I think what was open play and it does actually affect the when you make the technical one, I have been also that the same, right? Yeah. So I think it is right. So the question I wanted to ask about, so there is a last time you played century, right?
yes, I played T3 last time.
Yes. So this was a or just a bit of that you know.
It was a prepared move. Okay. I I have different ways of playing against that. So this time I wanted to try out that one. Yes.
So there. I think yeah.
Yes, that bit of check was a bit rushed, so I had to castle. I wanted to castle.
Try it.
Okay.
I think I can here. Was but
Wanted to castle. Yeah.
but it's well.
The bishop comes. A bishop checks first.
Yes, such a nice spending. I wanted that bishop to go far away. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Not exactly. Well, also I wanted to open the game. Like I saw that if I went on that king side, I would get some advantage. Mm. Yeah, so I had to stop it. Like C3 would attract the bishop to come and pin. And also I didn't want to exchange my give out my knight for the bishop and double my pawn. That's why I wanted to place there. Okay, so bishop, then I just push them. See. Yes, I wanted to capture then. Actually, in the game, I felt that my my good bishop, yeah, giving it out, but now I didn't have anything to do. I didn't calculate it very well. Yeah. No, I wouldn't have first check. I would have first factored before checking. It was a wasted move. I felt like it was a wasted move. Yes.
Just okay, I wanted to risk, but I didn't cancel the other stay there for almost yeah. So I had to be very into that. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Next my what's it read? My
Something's here. You reach a time back. That's a move root deep. Root deep one. We should clear about.
yes, I what I can't know about my they somewhere because they don't come. Otherwise, we have really, really bad.
So actually, there was a lot more here. It's very good. So actually, when they take
Yeah.
the play production,
Yeah, I didn't see that.
and it killed this point, and I cracked straight again after the sack here. And then we looked again, first thing he threw and stuff, and we finished back into the field. But we again got so that takes another option was either big thing, and now there was a funny variation that doctor like showed you update their brand and they push and how to turn this brand. Okay, let me finish it.
Mm-hmm.
So after tricks, right?
Oh,
The bishop
oh,
is stronger.
oh yeah. Let's check this one.
It gets this because
Yes, it's
so,
Hey, by the way, we've been having more points by the way.
so actually you only one point the last right? Because you already have a point and you're finding another one back. So now black or left and have one variation. But that was when he thing was happening and you were like, wait, you even agree became a so that was I think very what you know the reason being that the deck the deck and that in between moments the shape yeah this was nice. That's a lot of big and I have a feeling very no not that kind of thing.
the time trouble.
Yeah, the other then this in this one the three so in short then the rook was one that actually felt that this is a way to play. The bishop actually became a pawn near the end of the year. Then another position but this was point well by Patricia stuck the rook for the point. Yeah. And this bishop helped the game a lot. The fact that it closed off this yeah. And now when the rook left actually you should look at
I just did I didn't have to move my king. I had to just bring the rook.
Right there.
Yes,
But they'll
I
keep
still
teaching.
had moved in check and then I ate and then I still threatened that if the queen would checkmate.
The more here, the more.
Pig. Yes, you pick, then I capture.
Then maybe I listen. The queen. Oh, that's you.
So I first got for check and then I
Yeah. So that's what I think the solution. Can you?
Check.
What? It's the fact that you have smooth because of the nature. And I think even if I had one, let them and that's the they move. There is one position.
No, this will take some.
One check.
Yeah.
Or the one then the
Check. Check.
check.
Check.
Yeah. Yeah. Now they why? They yeah. They make what you it's down. Oh, take here. Then you can watch that. From the check such a thing to a lot of people. And anytime we shall hit another rock comes in. So this one. And here, actually, when the place will actually start, and the give of what's like
I expected the perpetual. I was already charged. Let me just do this. Maybe she'll go for the perpetual. So I was thinking she could push the pawn and then yeah, then I was like, yeah, I would what to do. But yes, she goes for the perpetual.
you are one. Can you have
Then going to what? Going
hey, it's a win. I'm going to draw. So, I think I use that. There, and you put the draws. There is a lot of
result. The morning results. because I felt like I felt demoralized after not seeing that move. I was taking long to think. I wasn't thinking very much the game. So, of course, after missing that move, I felt bad. Yeah, I didn't have any more energy. Yeah. Was tomorrow is Women's Day. We are more than excited about our day. Funny chess bulletin and dear discoveries together with the Van Youth Foundation. They made our day very special. This is the very first time actually in Uganda that we are having something like this. Yes, it's very special and we appreciate it. Yeah. So on top of that, we're also having our Women's Day events. Only women, study girls, aunties, daughters, queens, and princesses. We are very excited about that day and all the prizes over 10 million shillings sponsored by Leica. Yeah, we are very excited about that.
Thank you so much. Um, Thanks to our players who have made it to the last day. It has been a hectic, consistent 4 days. And we really appreciate you for playing your best in these games. I can confidently say that it was a fair play. All rules were applied in this event. And as a chief arbiter, I'm proud that ladies are playing a strong game at this level. I appreciate all the sponsors, not leaving out Uganda Chess Federation that supported us with the digital board to make sure that every viewer out there sees the game live. And I, as Secretary Women Affairs, Uganda Chess Federation, I'm proud for this cage match that happened. It's part of my manifesto for this year that pushing ladies further, even those who are just learning the game, that they come into a competitive game like this. I remember in my manifesto mentioning that the legends will be playing the young, the upcoming ones, I can say. And in this case, I can say WFM Nakabo Peninah was versing the the court was versing the upcoming, though the upcoming is really experienced. Exactly. But it was really a good match, and I appreciate so much. Tomorrow is the big day. This has been like a warm up. So tomorrow we are summing up everything just in celebration of the Women's Day. And I'm really great that Chess has enabled us to put outside there the talents, the women's talent that that are being broadcasted widely on all channels. We appreciate so much, and we as women, the association, we are so proud of you. We pray that such cage matches come up and more sponsorship to come. This has been the best cage match I've ever attended. Actually, the first in Uganda, I can say, with a big sponsorship. That's number one goes with 1.8. Yes. And also number two, the second runners, goes with 1.2. That's huge. Yes. And we truly appreciate that. We are happy. Thank you so much. God bless.
And that's a wrap for our interview. And thank you for viewing. And more thanks to the sponsors and to Bunny Chess. And we expect more to come. And stay tuned from YouTube and TikTok. at Bunny Chess Bulletin, and thank you.
Kweli bodzani. Kweli bodzani. Yes, I do. Yes, Well, we have to set up night.